I got a question for you, Tyler. I got
What?
some weird questions, right? I've been prepping them for my interviews. Do you think that you could be friends with a clone of yourself?
I mean,
I got a question for you, Tyler.
no. Have you ever seen the movie The Sixth Day?
I said no too, but I did ask this question when Mr. C was on with me, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we'd be best friends." I'm like, "Dude, I would hate myself. Like, I already know."
Well, in that movie, like the clone is like sleeping with his wife and like acting like he's part of the family, but whatever. And at the end of the movie, he ends up meeting up with his clone, and they work together to like defeat the bad guy, and they become friends. But it's really weird. I don't know if I could be a friend with my clone. I don't know if I like myself that much.
Man, right? Right?
No, I'm joking.
Here, let me flip over to the lizard real quick. Hold on.
Loyal to the foil, but don't
What
believe
about-
anything
what
she
about-
says. Do your
would
own
you
research
rather-
for yourself. Don't let other people think for you.
I don't know. I don't have a good one.
It happens. It happens. Right?
All
I sit here and try and think of these things, right? Right?
Yeah.
What up, peeps? Hello. Hello, guys. Don't mind us. We're just having a little chat. Yeah, Tyler, we determined that if Tyler founded his own country, it would totally be a dictatorship. So, learn something new every day, right?
Man, I'm not allowed to joke at all, am I? I said the first rule would be no mosquitoes.
Hey, I'm totally down with that, especially them GMO mosquitoes, man. That shit's
no
wild,
mosquitoes, no humidity.
right? And then,
Uh,
what were the other rules, Tyler? Go ahead, tell them.
That's classified.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. What is up, Death Memes? Yes, Alar, the plan was to talk over the intro. We actually discussed this. Oh, wow. Do you hear that?
No, you're not. What? Hear what?
The thunder, like
Oh, no.
every other storm they predict never comes. Today it came. So if everything goes out, it isn't necessarily that I clicked something, guys. It could just be the weather. What up, Woke One? Dodie Danny Belushi, good to see you. Good to see you.
Hopefully, Foil gets her new toaster soon, so we quit
It will
moving
be
like
soon, right? Like we're not even doing raisins right now, bruh. We're good.
we were.
Were we already?
Yeah,
Damn, man.
I think maybe the thunder had something to do with it.
That's entirely possible. What up, Casey Sims, Dennis Lindsay, Schumann Beings, Kristen? Thanks for joining us. We got a new one in the house. Good to see you. PC, frightening me. Aaron, what up, Aaron? Aaron's in
Frightening
the house.
me? No, I would not have a dictatorship. That was a joke.
I'm just busting him up a little
Just
bit,
like
guys.
the people. Oh my God, Aaron and I jokingly said that we got the jab on our show
Oh my
last
God.
Saturday, and you wouldn't believe the comments we got. People said that they like unsubscribed from us. People like, I quit listening immediately. I thought you guys knew better. You're obviously not woke. Blah blah. I'm like, so we had to like make a disclaimer on the next
Like
episode.
but I mean, hold on now. Like that'd be like me getting on here saying, guys.
No, it wasn't even. It wasn't even like that. I was in Gulf Shores trying to Uber to the airport, and I saw the vaccine option on the Uber app. So you can pick up or call a ride, or you click vaccine, and they come get you and take you to get your
Oh
vaccine.
my
for
God,
free.
are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. And then Allison was like, "So did you do it?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, totally. It was free." And that's how I said it. And
Then they
and
just
Aaron-
believed it.
And Aaron said something too, yeah, and people believed it. And I thought it came across as sarcastic, but
Yeah, apparently some people, right? That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, frightening me. Alara does say the dictorate instead of directorate. Dictorate, absolutely. What up, AP?
Mhm.
What up, Christine C? While I'm saying hi to people, Tyler loves when I just read off all the names, all the possible
my
names.
favorite part of the show.
It's his favorite part of the show. I want to
Wait,
give.
I'm gonna
Go ahead.
ask you a question.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna make a bet. Who you think is gonna enter the chat next? Is it A? No, I'm joking.
You. I think it'll be you, Tyler. You'll make sure of that one. What up, Soul Rico, Morning Flower, Rainbow Snuggle Fritz? Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. I have to say my thank yous from my last show. All of you lovely people that like my content and support what I do and like to come over here and screw around a couple of times a week. I can dig it. down with it. On Cash App, thank you, Babs the Ice Queen. On YouTube, thanks, Suiterbug. I don't know if you're out there or driving around, but thank you. On Foxhole with the Gold Pill Love. Much thanks to Dolphin, Share Within, Sean Joe, One Eagle 5, D Patriot 1776, Karen Hare, Red Pill 66, Ohio Kimmy, Deborah Erdman, Cloaked, Darth Q, Miracle Girly, Woke One, and Jane Q Public. And thank you, Chatternuts, for the cookie. Yeah, you guys know this is all going to my toaster fund. So much love and thank you. Um, you see, Cats Potter said, got the vax in my junk. Now it's magnetic.
I saw that people were. eh,
That's
You all right
funny.
over there?
Yeah, that's a good one though.
I
That
heard that people were becoming magnetic just by being around vaccinated people.
yes, I saw that too.
I better check myself. Actually, I
Oh,
never tried yet. I'm
oh,
afraid to.
right. We should do. I don't think I've been around anybody.
I just went on a family
Oh
trip,
yeah,
so
that's right. Yeah, I don't think I've even been around anybody. I don't go outside. Like, there's people out there. I don't know what to do about that, right? Um, Go ahead.
so yeah, I'm kind of over the whole building collapse thing at this point, so we don't even
I
have to
know,
talk about
right? I figured
it.
everybody was like, "Did you guys go live?" I'm like, no, no."
Well, we could have, but the thing of it is, I mean, it became clear after a few days. There's way too many red flags. There's something going on there, but all we can do is cover it all and speculate, connect some dots. We know nothing is as it seems anymore. So,
Ever
I mean, it's almost like they want you to waste your energy and break it
running in
down.
circles, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
For sure.
I mean, there was some really interesting stuff, especially with McAfee and some of the videos he put out. Um, some of the things he said in his videos that was interesting, but
Hmm.
I don't know.
Tyler, did you get your extremist warning on Facebook?
No,
Me
it's
neither.
like because you that's like you said, I am the
Right?
extremist.
I think that's what it
So
is. If you haven't gotten the extremist warning, you are the extremist, guys. I just a thought, right? Just a thought. All right. Well, you want to do this damn thing? Thanks, AP.
did you see the White House tweet yesterday? What with the Fourth of July tweet?
With the savings of 16 cents, like, come on, man.
Yeah, but all those comms are pedophilia comms. Like that's all the code words that they use for like little boy, little girl, like this, that. If you and then even using the term barbecue, it's always about like throwing a barbecue or a party. It means something, and it's you can straight up look
Oh,
like
hot dogs and stuff. Yeah, I didn't even think
yeah.
about that. I just saw. I didn't look at the tweet itself. I saw commentary. They were like, "Oh my God, Joe Biden saying he saved us all 16 cents." Like, I was
No,
like,
there's
I didn't even
there
think about it like that.
that was total comms all the way. It's pretty disturbing. And then they had must heard, and then they had D and kill brackets. Like this, the whole thing was.
Oh, now I gotta go take a look.
Look
Right?
at it, and then you can actually Google like pedo comms, and it'll come up. It'll say it's all been debunked, but there's been stuff
Oh,
released that
it's
says
all been debunked.
what each
Well, I've seen the FBI when the initial memo that they put out that started the whole ruckus. Like I
yeah.
saw that years ago. Um, I'm sure these people have probably added lingo and changed certain things or whatever. But you would think, right?
Well, how they would email each other would be like barbecue at 4 o'clock. Bring the hot dogs,
Right.
and this is how, and that like that's basically what that post was. Uh, but it was a public post, like it was comms to somebody else.
Oh,
I
that's
don't know.
wild. Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
it. Tiffany, that's Tyler's girlfriend. He just so you know, it's not just it's a date. I mean, they have a long-standing relationship. It's very
Oh, you talking
involved.
about Georgina over here?
Yes. Right. Thanks for the can, Belushi. Thanks for the can.
It
Right.
means they're making trafficking affordable, more affordable.
Oh, maybe.
I shouldn't even laugh at that, but
I know, right?
um okay, yeah, let's do this.
Right. On to the
Ask me a
cues.
question.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Tyler. All right. Fox nuts, Team D's nuts, and Team
Mhm.
Tartaria, right? What alien species takes a human host by injecting a parasite into the victim's eye? Oh, it sounds creepy. Is it A, the ocularis, B, the vril, C, the grays, or D, the Elohims?
The Greys.
Is final answer?
Yeah.
Thanks,
The
woke one.
the Vril. That's funny. The Vril Society. I mean, it
Yeah,
could be.
could be. Could be. What do you guys think? What alien species takes a human host by injecting a parasite into a victim's eye? The ocularis, the vril, the Greys, or the Elohims. It's crazy because I was on Reddit and I saw somebody that I swear has to be an insider, and I followed them on Reddit so that I could go read all their posts. But there's so much information there, and they were actually talking about this. Everybody's saying the Vril, the Vril. So,
The it could
Christina
be the
Love says
Vril.
the Greys.
I don't know anything about the Vril doing that.
It
Maybe they do.
is the Vril.
Is it?
It is the real,
Well,
and they're trying to summon these people. Like like I'm not
well,
channeling no eye parasite. The
I
hell?
mean, well, in the movie Fire in the Sky, they depicted exactly that of a gray injecting something into somebody's eye,
See, I always
and
thought they
then
were just maybe taking a sample from his
no,
eye.
they were injecting it, and then Tony Rodriguez said that that's exactly what they do. He had done to him, and uh, and it was another gray, so that's why I guessed grays, and I think it probably could be grays also.
Is the is the parasite the alien, or is that just the connection for them to make you kind of like an organic, like an
It's like
android host, like a controllable being?
I don't think the alien is the parasite. I
So it
think
has its own. This little parasite has its own consciousness, goes in through your eye and just takes you over.
I guess. I don't know if that's
I'm
what is that
good
what
on
they're
that.
is that what they're referring to in the question?
I mean, they say it takes a human host by injecting a parasite into a victim's eye.
Yeah,
That sounds horrible. Yeah,
it could be. I don't know. I mean,
I'm not down with that.
speaking of parasites, you ever watch that show Monsters Inside Me?
Oh God, that's like a
And
series that they do every once in a while with different,
it's
not
like
just
people that have things
different
like
infections or like worms, just all kind of weird shit.
yeah, this
Yes.
one lady, this is the only episode I ever watched years ago. Sorry guys. We'll get to the next question after this. Uh this lady ate some food in like her trip to Japan or something, whatever it was. And there was some eggs in the seafood to some type of a worm that hatched in her stomach. And she started like gagging one time and she threw up. She pulled this like long earthworm like thing
Like
out
a
of her.
tapeworm or something?
It wasn't a tapeworm. It was like almost looked like an earthworm, but it wasn't. And she ended up going to the doctor and she had like 12 of them in
Oh
her
no.
stomach.
No.
They said you could either do surgery or you can drink this tea and it'll force them out. So she decided to drink the tea because she didn't want to kill him.
What?
She became like had attached to him. So she even did it on camera. She's like, oh, here comes one. And she takes it out and she puts them in like a farm and she was keeping them as pets.
Oh no.
It
No.
was the craziest
She
thing.
got
I was
more
like,
problems than just worms, man.
yeah.
That's next level crazy. That's beyond any crazy I've ever personally encountered. Crazy, and I've met some crazy people. What up, cousin? I see my cousin in the chat. Good to see you.
Uh,
Yeah, that's oh my god, that's wild. Okay. Uh, according to their recent patent, what is Amazon planning to use to launch vehicles into low Earth orbit? It's not rockets, Alara. Is it a cannon? A, a cannon. B, a super long whip. C, a railgun. Or D, a satellitepult?
I have no idea. I mean, do you need a patent for a cannon? But it seems like they would
It
use
would
a
be a
cannon.
super high tech, space launching cannon. I guess you would probably need a patent for that, right?
Read the question again.
Okay, according to their recent patent, What is Amazon planning to use to launch vehicles into low Earth orbit? Is it A, cannon, B, a super long whip, C, a railgun, or D, a satellitopult?
I mean, it could be a railgun, honestly.
You think?
Like that I don't know.
Woke one says a railgun. Let's see. Let's see. Looks like they're all saying a
I feel
railgun.
like it's something dumb like a cannon. I mean, that's kind of how this game goes.
I know, right? Alara says space cannon, right?
Potato
Potato gun,
gun.
maybe, right? Let me see what DLive thinks. Yes, that Russo says a cannon. Solrico says C. LA Attic says C. Rainbow Snugglefrit says Joe Dirt space plane. That's entirely possible too. Uh Guys, it's a whip, a super long whip. I actually looked. I've seen this. I looked this up at one point, right? They patented this like off of an aircraft carrier where they could use this long whip and just kind of shoot it out into space. It's freaking nuts, right?
Then like a whip, like a shot put. Like I'm thinking of like a shot
Man,
put
I wish I could click on
whip.
things to show
Yeah,
you
no, you don't need to do
guys.
that.
Right? If you Google Amazon patent space whip, it'll show you. It'll show you, which is crazy. All
Apparently,
right.
Foxhole froze. Everybody's coming over here.
Oh man, I hate when that happens. Right? Is
Um,
Foxhole working for anybody? Is anybody over there still? Whip
all right,
it good, right?
I'm 0 for 2. This isn't starting. This isn't a good start.
Oh, you'll get this one. You'll
It
get
was
this one.
that week off that threw me off.
It's all right. You listen. You're not done for yet. Okay. To save humanity, Corey Goode, a former member of the secret space program, teamed up with blue avian aliens to form what organization?
I cannot believe that's a real question in this game. I mean, I know what it is.
I
Let
swear,
everybody.
it's a question.
Yeah,
Is it A, the Watchmen, B, the Galactic Council of Elders, C, the Sphere Being Alliance, or D, the Federation of Planets?
that's a C.
That would be a C.
Um,
Is that your final answer, sir?
yeah,
All right.
I can't like.
Thanks, Tiffany.
I honestly cannot believe that question is in there.
Yeah, honestly, there's some crazy questions in these questions. Apparently Foxhole is back up, guys. If you're feeling froggy, right? Yeah. So let's see. Everybody is saying C, right? Woke one says C. I swear, everybody should probably know this one. What up, Wonder Mod? And we
The only way
are
you wouldn't know is if you didn't know who Corey was, which a
right.
lot of people don't actually.
I know. I got hip to him only a few years ago. Well, I mean, he only started this stuff a few years ago, didn't he?
Really about 2015, 2016.
I think I
Um,
found that stuff in maybe 2017.
he actually came out really originally anonymously at the end of 2014.
Hmm.
So
Well, it is the Sphere Being Alliance, guys, as you guys apparently know, right? Looks like everybody said that, right? Uh, all right.
thanks for the links, Debbie.
Yeah, Wonder Mod's on the job. Thank you. Okay. What did explorer Admiral Byrd allegedly discover during his expeditions to the polar regions of the Earth? Was it A, elves making toys, B, the edges of the flat Earth, C, alien star bases, or D, the entrance to the hollow Earth?
D.
Final answer?
Final answer.
It might be the edge of the flat Earth, Tyler. We don't know.
We do know.
I welcome all conspiracies on this show, sir. Right?
In 1820, Antarctica was officially discovered by Fabian Bellinghausen, and he circumnavigated the continent twice before he mapped it. How do you circumnavigate a ice wall?
He went around the edge, man.
Okay.
Just didn't want to tell us, right? Tony Danny says, we do know. Right? We know. Guys, we know. Yeah, it was the entrance to the Hollow Earth. You know, could have been alien star bases, though. Could have been. I mean, I was just watching Linda Moulton Howe talking about the stuff in Antarctica. What do you think of her?
Well, she is openly part of the Rockefeller Initiative. I mean,
Yeah, I know that.
we know that along with Stephen Greer and some of the other ones. I think after listening to something really recent that she put out, um, she's still part of the controlled narrative because there's certain things she won't touch. There's certain things she won't touch. And then she was talking with Richard Dolan, and Richard Dolan is the same way. They're like, it's like all this, I don't know. To me, it seems like they're trying to control the information. I think that she's done a lot of great work, and I'm not discounting anything she's done. And to somebody just getting into this, all yeah, please,
You
use your
kind of
discernment.
have to look at her. Yeah, if you're just starting to look, you definitely
Yeah,
got to look at her work for sure. But I understand what you're saying. That
yeah.
being said, I completely understand what you're saying. Yes, Gary Flessner, it is woo time. That is right. Linda mutilated cow.
Yeah, that's all she talked about that for a while.
Well, she did that documentary for HBO in like what, the late 70s or early 80s maybe?
Well, that's just it. Like all these, like most of the UFO researchers, um, they don't have money. Like there's certain people that like have all this money and they're getting paid and propped up and put out, and they're the ones who are being interviewed on the mainstream.
Mhm.
And it's like, okay, why? What's going on there? And they know what they're not allowed to say. They can tell you they can release some of the best evidence you've ever seen. It still doesn't mean they're telling you the full truth
Right.
about what we actually know. So that's where you have to just be careful with these people because they're going to tell you that no, absolutely not. We can't do this. We don't have this capability, or we reverse engineered a craft in the 40s. They're not going to tell you that because if we know that that actually happened, then that means we've had that technology since then, and there's no reason that these couldn't be our own. But they're
Right.
not going to. They want you to think that it's some outside force that we shouldn't communicate with and that we should be scared of. And if we're in fear, then they control us and the cycle continues.
Thanks for the diamond, Belushi. I am working on getting a new toaster, bruh. I'm saving up all my diamonds and gold pills and donations for a toaster, I promise you. And thanks, Soul Rico, for the lemon. Uh, yeah, that's the Stephen Greer swears they're all evil. Now, I don't think that they can all be evil. Like I think that's misinfo for sure. For sure.
Well, I mean, that would be like saying that all humans are evil, you
Right.
know?
Right.
But you got to think of it this way. Like, what if a member of the deep state, like, goes to and discovers another planet, or some murderer discovers another planet, and this guy lands on the planet and starts killing everybody? They're going to think,
Inaccurate
oh,
representation. Right.
they're going to think all humans are bad because this one landed and started killing people.
Right.
So we can't, it's not fair to us,
Yeah, that makes
you
sense.
know?
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Whose phone was allegedly hacked by the Saudi crown prince? Was it A. Hillary Clinton, B. Elon Musk, C. Jeff Bezos, or D. Britney Spears?
Speaking of Britney
I
Spears,
know, right?
how long have you been following her story?
Man, well, I know I mean, for a while, when she went nuts, and now
Yeah,
she's back in the news,
doing cartwheels all over Instagram,
right?
uh, clearly drugged. I feel like an idiot. I feel like I should know the answer to this question, but I don't.
I don't see anybody answering yet. Let's see.
Mm,
Day Tripper, thank you for the 2,299 gold pills. Happy 4th of July to you too. Thank you.
People are saying A, Hillary.
Was it?
Somebody's
Was
saying,
it Hillary?
somebody's saying,
Hmm.
somebody's saying D. What was D? Oh, Britney
Yeah,
Spears.
A. Hillary Clinton, B. Elon Musk, C. Jeff Bezos, or D. Britney Spears.
I feel like
Yeah.
I've heard this
Yeah, you
something along
should.
these
This
lines.
was actually like a really big thing. You'll be surprised when you
Yeah,
hear the answer.
I just don't remember.
right?
Certain things I pay more attention to than others,
This was
and it
Mohammed
depends
bin
on
Salman
when did this happen.
that
What
did
year do
this.
you know?
God, this was only like, I don't know, maybe 2017,
Okay, see, that's what
2018 maybe.
I was just getting into this, so that's something I would might not have known.
Mohammed bin Salman hacked whose phone? Let's see. Dennis Lindsay is saying Elon. Norma says Elon. God, I haven't seen it. Okay, guys, it is actually Jeff Bezos. Yeah, it got him into all kind of ruckus. Right. Some people think that's part of the reason why he got divorced with his wife was over these shenanigans.
She paid that dude to have his phone hacked to find out if he was cheating.
Wouldn't surprise me.
So, so there was actually a big flood here in St. Louis in '93, and the story goes was that so this levee broke or something, and it flooded all St. Louis. It was like the like 100-year flood type of thing, you know. And story goes is that this guy was cheating on his wife, and he went and did something to the levee to actually flood a road to have the perfect excuse why he couldn't come home that night. He didn't tell his wife that how he was stuck in town. Well, the levee ended up breaking, and it was the largest flood we've ever seen. And it was all because of one guy trying to get away with cheating on his wife.
That's what happened. I mean, not the cheating part, but that's what happened during Katrina. The levee broke, flooded the
Yeah.
whole damn city. That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. Um,
Can you imagine that karma though?
if you were the one that flooded the whole, right?
Yeah.
That'd be a mess. That would be a mess.
I mean, it was a big deal. There's like pictures in restaurants and stuff. You go and like you see how deep everything was underwater.
That's
And
man. That'd be a yeah. The Mississippi is crazy.
yeah.
The Mississippi is crazy when it floods. Um, all right. The CIA used Joseph McMoneagle to remotely view 1 million years into the past of what planet? Was it A?
Was that guy's name McMonagle? Like a
Like it looks like McMoneagle.
oh, okay.
McMoneagle. Unless he says it McMoneagle. I'm assuming it's McMoneagle, not monocle like the Monopoly guy, but yeah,
That's what I thought you meant. I was like, man, what a perfect name for somebody to look into
McMonocle,
the
right? Looking into the past.
yeah.
Looking into the past of what planet? A million years. Was it A. Nibiru, B. Mars, C. Gallifrey, or D. Arrakis? Thanks for
I
the
don't
cookie, woke.
I have no idea. I'm gonna say Nibiru.
Nibiru, final answer?
Sure.
What up, Stacks? Wait, what's buffering? Man, YouTube looks okay to me. Frightening Me says Mars. Matt
Could be
Smith says
Mars.
Mars. Yeah, this was Project Stargate, I believe.
Oh, Project Stargate was a CIA project.
Yeah,
Well,
the CIA used Joseph
yeah.
McMoneagle to remotely view 1 million years into the past of what planet? Bloody Time Lords,
I still
right?
don't know
It
the
was
answer
totally
though.
Gallifrey, man, right? No, it's Mars. It's
Is it
definitely
Mars?
Mars. Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious as to what he saw.
That's funny because that project has come up twice now this week. Just entered the collective
Well,
consciousness.
what's Belushi when Belushi did that show about the paranormal and the remote viewing and all of the paranormal research that DARPA was doing, we were talking about Project Stargate. My grandmother bought me a book in like '95 by a guy that had just gotten out of Project Stargate and wrote a book on remote viewing and what he saw, and it was crazy. It was crazy, but
Very interesting.
right, interdasting. Uh, what? Oh, okay. Project A119 planned on testing a nuclear weapon where? A, in the Hollow Earth, B, in a salt mine outside of Chicago, C, on Antarctica, or D, on the moon. You gotta guess.
Did they plan on?
Yeah,
Well,
they
it can,
planned on testing a nuclear weapon where? In the Hollow Earth.
the moon.
Final answer?
Yeah.
In A, in the Hollow Earth, B, in a salt mine outside of Chicago. I mean, that seems reasonable. C, on Antarctica, or D, on the moon. Dennis Lindsay says D. Cat Spotter says D. Golden Crisp says D. What up, Golden Crisp?
Well, Brad Olson was just telling us that
I gotta
after
go back and watch that. If you guys didn't get Tyler's most recent stream on Journey to Truth, all his links are in the description below. Yeah, you were talking to Brad Olson. I gotta watch that. Go ahead.
well, he said if you remember old photos of the hole in the ozone layer down in the South Pole, that's from explosives being detonated in the atmosphere. It was an attack on the New Schwabenland base, and
Wouldn't surprise me.
yeah, he's like apparently there's documentation for it and everything. So I don't know, but and then after that they came out with the law that you're no longer able to test nuclear weapons in Antarctica. Like, okay, all right,
Did you see? Matter of fact, this past week, I think I was talking about China building another base in Antarctica, and they're bringing troops down there. I mean, they're saying that they're security for the science officers down there, right? But they're
let me
bringing
tell
troops
you,
in.
for those who missed it, yeah, they are bringing troops, not just China,
Yeah, everybody.
New, New Zealand, Australia, Turkey,
Yes.
South America, Africa, the US.
Mm-hmm.
New Zealand's spending $344 million on a base down there. China already has 5 bases. They're building 4 more.
Yep.
Um, and not only so, McMurdo is the shipping post. It's the largest base in Antarctica, and all of these people. That's where you go when you get to Antarctica, and all these people are coming in, but apparently all these German speaking people are leaving and being shipped to Argentina right now.
That doesn't surprise me.
But where are they leaving from?
From.
The underground bases, yeah. So there's a lot. Apparently, whatever's going on down there, everybody wants in on it.
Mm-hmm.
The United States just invested millions of dollars in 6 new icebreakers,
Icebreakers. Yep.
and then those what do they call them? Those Boeing made Poseidons. They're like an
Mm-hmm.
unmanned
Yep.
aerial vehicle for the purpose of inspecting bases. They're doing something there.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they're publishing these articles in the mainstream now, talking about
Yeah.
this.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
can't hide it. Well, and then now they're saying too is a lot of these countries actually had presence there already, but it was always for scientific purposes. Now they're openly admitting a military
oh yeah,
presence.
absolutely. That's the same thing I was saying last Sunday. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Right? And it was the moon. They were going to detonate a nuclear device on the moon because that's brilliant idea. I mean, after it rang like
I
a bell, I
remember.
can't
I
see
actually
why they
remember
wouldn't.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, like why wouldn't they? It's a perfect thing to blow up, right? Frightening Me says Project Starfish exploded nukes in space. I'm sure that made some species very happy, right? I'd be mad as shit. Like, what are these freaking monkeys doing now? Why are they trying to blow up space for? Somebody better
exactly.
go get them, right? During his time working in Sandia Labs, Emery Smith discovered that extraterrestrial spacecraft were made of what material? Is it A, alien DNA, B, dilithium crystals, C, dark matter, or D, amorphous metal?
Well, it's either A or D. I know it's A.
Final answer?
Well, for sure A, but the amorphous metal was described also.
It sounds legit, right?
Well, there is a metal that actually can morph.
Shapeshifts? Yeah.
Yeah, shapeshifts. Yeah. Um, but yeah, most of those craft are organic,
Hmm.
and that's why when if one's a crash here, they're told not to remove the body from the craft because they're help like the craft may be keeping the ET alive because they're connected, and then there's these some of these craft are actually grown. They're not built. They're grown to match your consciousness, so it's part of you. It's not. It's really interesting.
It makes me think of Stargate. Um, Stargate Atlantis, as a matter of fact. What was the
Mhm.
name of the freaking species that had the organic ships on Stargate Atlantis? The Wraith.
Yeah.
The Wraith had organic ships. Let's
Yeah,
see.
exactly. There's disclosure and all that.
I know, right? It's crazy. Everybody's saying either A or D. Cad Spotter says the T-1000. That is the correct answer, sir. Right? It's alien DNA. See, Tyler, you're on a roll now. Look at you.
Yeah.
Right? Alien DNA. Let's see. How did Dallas Thompson gain in-depth knowledge of the hollow Earth?
Dallas Thompson? I'm not sure
I don't.
who that
Yeah, I
is.
know, right? Was it a near-death experience? B, alien neural implants? C, telepathic messages from the ancient ones? Or D, by asking Alexa?
Um,
It's obviously Alexa.
I have no idea. It's just a guess. A.
Okay. Do we even know? Does anybody know who Dallas Thompson is?
No,
Yeah, I'm
I
clue.
don't.
Now I'm gonna have to go look. How did Dallas Thompson gain in-depth knowledge of the Hollow Earth? Was it A, a near-death experience? B, alien neural implants? C, telepathic messages from the ancient ones? Or D, by asking Alexa? Tiffany says A, it was a sinkhole. Let's see, I see C's and B's. Uh, Aaron says C. I have no
Aaron
idea.
Center?
Aaron's still here, yes. Let's ask Alexa. Right, Jaspar. That's what we need to do for sure. Right? Uh, Alexa does know all. And yeah, it's actually A. Tyler, look at you. It was a near death experience. Was it, I mean, did he almost die in a sinkhole, Tiffany? Is that what happened? Or are you just saying a sinkhole, not A and he fell into a sinkhole? Okay, I got it. Right, that would suck. That'd be a horrible way to have a near death experience.
Oh, it's it. They think how Google likes to immediately debunk everything.
Of course.
They said that his theories on inner Earth may not have came from a near death experience, but have come from the legends of the Hopi tribe in Arizona.
So it was
He
obviously
may,
a near death
he,
experience.
they say he may have based his hollow Earth theory off of the legends of the Hopi tribe in Arizona.
They're the ones that the ant people took, right?
So this guy was on Art Bell apparently, and this was a
Oh.
pretty big deal. I just never knew about it.
All the that's one of my favorite channels. Whenever I drive to like Ohio, the Art Bell on Periscope channel on YouTube, like
Hmm.
that'll get me all the way there and back. Like crazy old school Art Bells, right? Yeah, apparently he had a near death experience. According to author Edward Bear, how many people died from alcohol poisoned by the US government during Prohibition? They wonder why we can't trust them.
Yeah.
Was it A, none, B, 1,000, C, 5,000, or D, 10,000?
Let's go crazy and say 10,000 because I don't know. It's funny. They want us to trust them, but they censor us at the same time. It's like, okay,
Yeah, and then poison alcohol and have all kind
right.
of Tuskegee experiments and shit. Like, trust what, bruh?
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing
Trust
to trust,
trust the science.
right? Man, whose science? From which scientists? And who's paying them? Like, that's always my
Exactly.
question is who sent you and who signed your check?
That's exactly it. They won't even get a grant unless they achieve the results that whatever handler or whatever
Right,
institute wants them to achieve.
right,
So they know like it's basically like you're gonna find out XY equals this. And if you don't, you're not getting your grant.
right. And yes, it was 10,000. Alcohol poisoned by the government during Prohibition. That's some shady shit, man. That's crazy. All right. Gulf War shot. Yeah, right? Exactly. Shit they did in the Gulf War, like crazy. In a January 2020 tweet, how many people did Elon Musk claim his company could deliver to Mars by the end of 2050? Was it A, 100, B, 1,000, C, 100,000, or D, 1,000,000?
100. A.
A? Let's
I don't
see.
remember. I remember this tweet. I don't remember the number of people though.
Right? I mean, do you think Elon Musk would shoot for 100?
Um, I mean, maybe.
It's
He's,
Elon, dude.
yeah. So
Is
you're telling me it's not A.
or is it 100, 1,000, 100,000, or 1,000,000? Right?
A lot of people are saying C, 100,000. So
Hmm. Golden Crisp says D. Dodie Danny says B. Path says B. Hmm. It is 1,000,000 people, guys. Elon plans on taking 1,000,000 people by 2050.
he must have had a meeting with Dr. Evil.
Man, well, I'm sure he had a meeting with all the Dr. Evils, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I mean, he seems extremely determined to get the hell off this rock for whatever reason. Whether it's just simulation theory and he thinks that, that's the most interesting thing to do or what. But him and a bunch of other rich folks, you see Richard Branson moved up his launch date into space. Now he's going 9 days before Bezos,
Yeah. This
right?
is just a preliminary of us being a galactic
Oh,
civilization.
yeah, right? Going
Yeah.
to the
This is,
stars, guys, in rockets.
yeah, but that's what they want. Yeah. It's like, right. That's part of the whole dog and pony show. They're like still using rocket based technology, which is laughable at this point. Um, but
There is the space balloon. Did you see the space balloon? Neptune 1?
yeah,
Yeah. I'd ride
it's
the balloon.
all, but it's all just a joke,
I'll ride the balloon to space. Don't trust Elon. I know, Cads, he's my favorite evil overlord. That's all. Like, he's definitely the most entertaining of the evil overlords, for sure. Um, in 2019, how did a viral internet post suggest that people could get past security at Area 51? Okay. In 2019, how did a viral internet post suggest that people could get past security at Area 51? Was it A, using hot air balloons, B, Naruto running, C, tunneling under the fence, or D, by doing the electric slide?
hot air balloons.
Final answer?
No.
A, hot air balloons, B, Naruto running, C, tunneling under the fence, or D, doing the electric slide?
Tunneling under the fence makes the most sense.
It's a viral internet post. Are we talking about making sense?
Well, then it would have to be the electric slide.
I mean, that seems legit.
I'm gonna guess all of the above.
All of the above, right?
Yeah. Dress up like aliens, Tiffany said. Yeah.
That would
That's it.
probably that might work.
I'll just bring this
Bring
guy as
your
my plus
girlfriend,
one.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I see a lot of people were hip to this. It was Naruto running. Don't you remember all the memes from the Storm Area 51? And they were like, okay, we're going to have the Karens come in, flank on the left. We'll have the Naruto runners come in through the center. We'll have the Chads come around from the back. Like they had the whole
No, I don't
thing
remember
mapped
that.
out. It was one of my favorite things. Like, I swear. I was the.
Naruto is the like anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
He's got the headband and they had
Yeah,
people
I
like.
know. He's running. Yeah.
Yeah. You should. All the memes that come out. Oh my God. It was hysterical. Right? They were going to Naruto run while the Karens and the Chads attacked, flanked them. They would go in through the center. It was a great plan. It had a lot of potential. I don't know what happened, right? Um, nobody went
Uh,
apparently. You know.
did anybody even guess that? Did anybody get it
Yeah, there.
right
Oh yeah, there were a lot of. Leyland got it right.
before you said it?
Yeah. Leyland, Greg Herrera. There were other. I saw a couple other people with the Naruto running. That was one of the biggest memes and the videos of the people like doing the Naruto run. Like it was hysterical.
I don't know how I missed that, but I didn't pay any attention to that
It
Area
was
51
a
thing
huge
because
thing.
I
Yeah, but it
knew it
was
was
funny. It was so. That was so. They listen. It was to the point. I mean, it was like 2.5 million people said they were going. Of course, nobody went, but
Yeah.
2.5 million people said they were going to go, to the point that the U.S. government had to be like, listen, guys, like, the shit isn't funny anymore, and don't
Yeah, you're
show
not
up
going.
here,
Yeah.
right? You guys aren't going anywhere. Like, that's great, right? Had to piss them off for a minute. I mean, we couldn't ask for more.
Yeah, but I just remember like intentionally not paying attention because I knew it was
It was
distracting.
going to be, yeah, right, some shenanigans.
Yeah, just like we kind of made it a point not to cover that. I remember.
Oh man, I was super psyched. Like, oh, this is gonna be great. I hope at least some people go. Like, try and cause a ruckus. There were a few people that showed up at the
You're that
gate.
you're that girl on Independence Day that runs to the roof and holds up the sign, and she's the first one to die.
Right? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like welcoming the aliens. Listen, you
Hmm.
guys already know. If they show up, like, you can come tell me when it's safe to come out of the bunker. I'm good. I'll take your word for it. As long as you don't have any vril in your eye, we're good. Right? Um, Okay, what event do conspiracists claim was used to cover up $2.3 trillion in missing funds from the Pentagon? Was it?
That's like conspiracy theory 101.
I know, but like, come on, we got some people that might not know. Was it A, the 2008 stock market crash, B, the election of Donald Trump,
Hmm.
C, Hurricane Katrina, or D, the 9/11 terrorist attacks? Thanks, Sean Joe, for the can. Much love to you.
Pretty sure everybody knows the answer to this one.
Well, it looks like DLive, Team Tartaria is on it.
It's,
And,
I mean, it's D.
yeah, D's nuts definitely have it. Let's see. The Fox nuts, I'm not seeing any response over there, right?
Well, I don't know if it's frozen
Well,
or
I don't know. Sean Joe just gave me a can. Not, hopefully they can, I hope you guys can see it over there, right? Yeah, pretty much everybody got that. Okay, here it comes. Yeah, Dodie Danny got it. Yeah, definitely it was 9/11. It was like the day they were supposed to talk about it. And
yeah.
the shit, went full hectic. We were talking about woke once, and what was the question? What event do conspiracists claim was used to cover up 2.3 trillion in missing funds from the Pentagon? And it was 9/11 attacks. Yes, path terrorist attacks, right? Terrorist attacks,
Terrorist attacks.
right? Dun dun dun. Well, I mean, they
That's
were
why.
terrorists, just not the ones they told us about,
Mhm.
right?
That's why I wonder about that building in Miami. Just because from being in commercial construction, we've had to demo buildings that were deemed unsafe. And then when they take a wrecking ball to these buildings, they don't fall. Like you got to spend, like they don't come down, even though they're structurally already deemed a failure. It still takes days to knock it down with a wrecking ball, and they never ever fall like that. So if something's structurally unsafe,
Well, I will give you this because I was fully ready to go live with you and play devil's advocate. Like, listen, it's 40 years, a lot of storms. Like, they had damage already. It was sinking. It. Like, I was gonna come with the whole. Hold on, now, wait a minute. Then you told me they brought the 9/11 guy in to investigate. Then I started thinking, like, man, New Orleans has been there for hundreds of years. Wooden buildings, like just wood buildings and shit.
yeah,
Whole Katrinas, and
hmm,
the majority of it is still standing. And I started to think about it like,
yeah.
I don't know. Thanks, Dodie Danny, for the cookie. Thank you guys that are donating. I appreciate you.
Well, I do like because the guy who I forgot his name now, I wrote it down, but the guy who wrote the article, back in the 90s, they discovered that this building had structural damage.
Yes.
And then back in 2018, he wrote another report on that building. And not only that building, but surrounding buildings in Miami in general. The article was called Sinking City. And in the
Yes.
article, they determined that Miami was sinking due to climate change.
Well,
So I,
now New Orleans is sinking, but the water level is so high the city is always sinking.
yeah,
I mean, like, we've known that forever. And I see my cousin saying somebody had McAfee. Somebody said McAfee had files in there. That was from a tweet that I could not find on his timeline. And like,
no, that tweet was photoshopped. The one
yeah,
where
that
he
was.
gave the address, that
Yeah,
was
I was
photo.
like, come on now. Nobody gives the location of their secret lair on Twitter. Like
But
that's,
according to some people that he did own property or something there. I don't know.
I mean, he
I,
probably did.
it's only speculative. Yeah.
all those rich people own property in South Beach, right? Like
Well,
that's the place to
you
be.
saw the video where they said they tried killing his body double just before that.
Right.
Like, and like his body double was supposed to speak at the largest blockchain cryptocurrency conference in the world, and then he got poisoned, and they
Maybe it
thought
was his body double that was in the prison
in the prison.
in
Oh
Spain.
yeah. Exactly. I already thought that too. Well, because we never the dead man switch never went off,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's why like he must still be alive
Maybe.
because he made it very, very, very clear that it would go in.
Oh, he didn't seem like he was joking at all.
Yeah, he said it would hit the internet from multiple
Oh,
sources. Thank you,
catty
Catty
corner.
Corner.
Yeah, woohoo. I can't see what it was for some reason. It's not popping up for me. The little GIF on there. But much love to
Um,
you. Thank you. Oh, there it is. Aw, you're
yeah,
amazing.
yeah, but he said they tried poisoning his body double and it wasn't him, and then he was like, "We all have body doubles.
Oh,
We
I
all have."
wouldn't. Come on now. That seems like something you just have to do, right?
Hmm.
Like,
And well, that just like that one Trump body double who's always golfing, like it just does not look like him. Like, I'm sorry. So many people have already called that one out. Um,
guys.
Biden, he doesn't even exist according to our new thumbnail.
Yeah,
So
did you guys see the new thumbnail Tyler made? It's awesome, right? It's got a little quick quiz on there for you. If you can't pass that quiz question, you might want to do some studying. I'm just saying, right? Well, here's one for you, Tyler. Physicist Enrico Fermi helped the Vatican build what time manipulation device? Okay, was it A, the TARDIS, B, the Wayback Machine, C, the time displacement device, or D, the chronovision?
D.
Ooh, you were quick with that one. Final answer?
Yes.
Okay. What about you guys? Physicist Enrico Fermi helped the Vatican build what time manipulation device? Was it A, the TARDIS, B, the Wayback Machine, C, the time displacement device, or D, the chronovision? And it's crazy because he said he went and he saw the crucifixion of Jesus and he saw all kind of stuff, right?
Well,
Have you ever seen the video of him talking, or well, I don't know if it was him talking about it, but the video of one of the guys in the 60s that was involved with the project that was talking about working on the project with Fermi.
yeah, I don't know if I've seen that, but apparently, what happened was they had a chronovisor already,
Hmm.
and it would only work with the speed. It was gifted to us from a
Right.
from a race, and it would only work with that particular species. Like you had to have that blood or that DNA in you to activate it. So they were like using one of those ETs to look into the future, and then they finally like reverse engineered it and built their own that anyone can use. Apparently,
Apparently. I
or it's all fake.
Man, listen. I don't know. The Vatican has some shit now. I'm convinced.
Oh yeah,
I'm
it's
absolutely convinced. Let's see. Most people are saying D, the chronovision, right? Chronovisor. That is the correct answer. It is D, guys. So give yourself a freaking point. Yeah, he said he saw the crucifixion of Jesus and all kind of stuff. Thumper Rose says, "Is that like Looking Glass?" Um,
yes, it
kinda.
is kind
Hmm.
kind of. But everyone has a unique purpose, or there's something unique about it. It's everyone's
Your
listening.
perspective
Yeah,
controls what you see, or something. It was something about that. Like
yeah,
it ties into your consciousness or something.
like your own bias can like change it,
Skew the results.
view the results. Yeah.
Hmm. I wonder how
Same
that
with the
works with the past.
Same with the cube, but apparently Looking Glass wasn't like that. It didn't matter
That was
who
like a probabilistic algorithm, wasn't it?
Looking Glass.
Yes. Is that the
Yeah,
one that was like it didn't depend on who was looking at it. It gave you the most probable result considering all the variables now, I think.
yeah, and then that's what Bill Wood said in the Kerry Cassidy interview. He said 2012 was the merging of the timelines, but
Yes.
he said that there was two timelines, like the ascension and then the dystopian timeline. And he said no matter what they tried at 2012, it would go to the ascension timeline and
Oh
it
well,
would
good.
stay that way. And they could not, no matter what they tried, they had like hired scientists, they were paying guys to try and manipulate the outcome to try, and they were doing everything, every test they could to try and get off of that timeline. But no matter what they did, like the planet still ascended so much where they had literally called there's timeline one and timeline two, and timeline two technically didn't exist because that's what they're still trying to accomplish right now.
Right.
They're still trying to create timeline two, but apparently like what Mother Earth is doing is it's inevitable, so they can just um like Daryl James said it on our show. He said it's a chess game right now. There's eight. The winner knows he's going to win in 8 moves. The loser knows he's going to lose in 8 moves, but the loser can delay it.
Yeah, they're just gonna play it out anyway.
Yeah,
Thank you, Mary Maya. Much love to you. Yeah, I can totally see that. I mean, if I was an evil overlord, I probably wouldn't give up either. I'd keep trying to bring the ruckus, I'm sure.
yeah.
You know.
But that's why they thought Hillary was going to win because she was using that that cube
Right.
device,
But
which
it was showing
does
her according to her own distortions, right?
exactly. And that's why if you watch all of the news reports prior to the 2016 election, they were literally
Oh, I know.
going on camera 100%
Hmm.
guaranteeing that Hillary was going to win, that Trump wouldn't win. They were all so confident. They were all so confident. And then
There
obviously
was
we know.
one chick, a blue check on Twitter that went on national TV and said Donald Trump, and they all laughed at her. I cannot for the life of me think of who that was now.
Yeah.
But they laughed her out. They thought she was crazy, and then you know she pulled that video up a couple of times. I remember. Um, in November of 2019, Chinese scientists published a study showing that climate change will severely decrease the supply of what critical resource? Okay. Was it A, toilet paper, B, rice, C, corn, or D, beer? Ann Coulter. That's right, Sean Joe. It
What
was
was
Ann
the
Coulter.
read the question, please,
In
again?
November of 2019, Chinese scientists published a study showing that climate change will severely decrease the supply of what critical resource? A,
Right.
toilet paper, B, rice, C, corn, or D, beer?
Has to be rice because what do they care
Right?
if we're farming corn or not?
No, they
You
buy
know?
up all our corn. They buy
Yeah.
up all our everything. As a matter of fact, we import most of our meat and now most of our soy and most of our corn and stuff because they're shipping it over to China.
Well, they're shipped like our like frozen like fish sticks and or frozen fish and just stuff like that. It gets caught here in the US, shipped to China to
To
be
be
processed
processed.
and packaged and then sent
What?
back here. It is the most ridiculous thing.
Bro, we should be completely
Sovereign.
self-sustainable. Yes.
Yeah.
Like we should have no supply chain
We
dependency on China. If
we
they didn't learn that last year, like
well,
everybody's saying toilet paper.
that's what Trump was trying to do though. Uh that's what Trump was trying to do the whole time. Was
Man,
bring it back to US soil. And he was on the way to being very successful. And then Biden Biden came in and threw a wrench in the gears.
man, he's throwing a wrench in every gear. Like, I flip out about meat on Twitter all the time because, Bill Gates and the lab meat, and now he bought up all the, like, it all ties in together. I mean, we are shipping the majority of our meat to China, and then we've got to import from Brazil and Argentina and other places, most of our
Yeah,
cattle. And, even most of our 80% of our pork goes to China, which is crazy. But then they're
yeah,
going to feed us. They're trying to make it hell on ranchers now. They're making it impossible. There's only like I think four, maybe five, I think four large scale global meat processors that have bought up all the local processors now. And one is owned by Brazil, one is owned by China, and two are international conglomerates. Like we don't have our own shit anymore. It's crazy.
yeah. Well, there was actually a study that was done recently. I think it might be McDonald's, like one of the fast food chains. they sent in a piece of chicken to be analyzed, and they couldn't find any chicken.
Well, that's like Subway and the tuna
Yeah,
with no
yeah,
tuna,
yeah,
or McDonald's
exactly.
with the horse meat.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
or,
It's
or
crazy.
human meat,
Or human meat,
McDonald's.
right? I was telling Laura about that.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
not. I listened when that guy came forward and like as a whistleblower and said that, it was like it resonated with me. I was like, this is true. I believe it. And then it was debunked all over the
oh,
internet.
of
Like, no,
course.
it turns out that that was a hoax. Blah blah blah.
Right. Dude,
I don't know.
even if it was, even if they, even, I mean, what, they can't say nothing about the horse meat. Like, that was absolutely true.
Yeah, exactly.
Even at that, I don't eat that shit no more. Like, and Bill Gates makes all the French fries. Like, I'm good. Bill Gates,
That's what.
you can see his potato fields from space for the potatoes that he sends to McDonald's for their fries.
Yeah, and they're addicting
Man, right?
apparently. Well, that's why.
I
What
don't
that's
go
what I
there.
said. There's two things everybody's done on this planet: eat human and swim in pee.
Yeah, that is true. Right? The answer was beer, guys. China says that
Really?
climate change, hey, we're not going to have no beer. You better
Yeah,
fix it.
but read the question. It said what it
In November of 2019, Chinese scientists published a study showing that climate change will severely decrease the supply of what critical resource?
critical resource. Why is that
Beer
a
is a
critical
beer
resource?
is absolutely a critical resource to like a lot of people on the planet. Now, I don't drink anymore, but can you imagine if there were no beer? I
No, I
mean,
know.
you know,
You're right, but that's not what comes to mind when I
hops,
think of it.
barley, grain.
Sure.
suppose they mean the
Yeah.
products that go into making beer. But man, it would be a shit show. I suppose we could drink vodka from potatoes, maybe. I don't know.
Somebody said like 4% human meat is allowed? Question mark. Something like I don't know.
Oh, Sam, I saw that a PCR test to test the tuna, right? Of course, of course.
Um, it's best to just get if you're gonna eat meat, get local.
Well, there's man, he was just on Blaze TV talking with Glenn Beck. I can't think of his name. There's a senator that put forth a bill because right now, like if you say you're a local meat processor, they're first of all they're making it damn near impossible for you to process even to sell locally, but definitely you can't sell out of state. So they put forth, and apparently there are quite a few Democrats that have signed on to co-sponsor this bill, um, to allow for local processors to be able to sell anywhere within their own state. Because even that is a problem at this point. So, I mean, they're trying to push that through. Hopefully, that'll help build up some local meat processing. You know, I don't
Yeah.
know. That's crazy though.
And corn is another one that they hijacked. It's all GMO now, and there's
Oh
so many
God.
people. There's a whole movement. People say corn is bad for you. Stay away from all
Yeah.
corn. Well, corn wasn't always bad for
No.
us. I mean, that's how our ancestors survived, the Native Americans in particular.
Yeah, if
Um,
you can get some heirloom seeds now or something, but like all
yeah,
that Monsanto shit, like they say that it causes cancer.
yeah. I remember this guy. When I was in construction, this guy would grow his own corn, and he would bring it in, and we just shuck it right there and eat it, and it was amazing. You
I
just eat it
bet.
just like that. It was sweet. It was just like out of this world. And he would always brag. He's like, "Oh yeah, it's those Monsanto seeds, dude. They're amazing." He goes, I've had them for a few years now, and the corn just gets better and better. And I didn't know back then. I was younger. I didn't know anything about it. And I was like, "Oh hell yeah, that's awesome. I love Monsanto seeds." Until I learned about it. Uh,
Right? You're like, man, screw that
I was
guy,
like
right?
willingly eating it because like I didn't know.
Listen, I don't know the first thing about planting, but like when I was going through my initial stages of like prepper stuff, I bought a shit ton of seeds. I have a whole bunch of seeds. I'm like, I guess, you know, if shit hits the fan, I can't grow them. I can trade them for shit
Foil's
something
got a
like
seed. Foil's got a seed bank.
I do. I don't know they're all up in my closet. I'm like, they'll
Oh,
be good.
you gotta like store them in a sub-zero
What? No, I
refrigerator.
don't tell
And
me that. Is that true? That's not true. Somebody
that's
tell me
why they.
that's not true. Because
That's why.
they're still in the package. They're just sitting up in my closet. Thanks, Sean Joe, for the cookie.
Why do you think the seed bank on our planet is up in the North Pole?
Because it's the least likely place to get shellacked in the event of a fucktastrophe, I would assume.
or it's the perfect place to hide something else and
Yeah,
call
well,
it a
there's that
seed.
too, right? I
Like
hope them
you
seeds
probably
are
go
all
in
right.
and there's probably a seed bank, and then there's probably another door that goes to a portal to another planet and
Right? One of you
underground
guys
tube
out here
system.
have got to be people that grow things. Tell me my seeds are okay. Store them properly, Blue, she says. Right? Alara, don't give me the smoking cat. I don't know what's going on right now. All I know is if my seeds are screwed up, I'm screwed, right?
All right,
And
next question.
right, in 1587, a crowd
Oh,
of people in Warsaw, Poland, witnessed the last hunt of what creature? Was it a dragon, B, a hippogriff, C, a basilisk, or D, a Furby?
a dragon.
You know it's a Furby. Remember those things? They were horrible.
I say dragon.
All right, let me read it one more time. In 1587, a crowd of people in Warsaw, Poland witnessed the last hunt of what creature? Thank you guys, Caddy Corner and Golden Crisp. I appreciate you. My seeds are fine, Tyler. Jeez. Witnessed the last hunt of what creature? Was it A, a dragon, B, a hippogriff, C, a basilisk, or D, a Furby?
Or or E, a free human.
Right? Man, it might have been that long since we've had genuinely free humans running about.
If we ever have.
I get that is true too, right? Let's see. Caddy Corner says Furby. I know, right? Greg Herrera says a dragon. Tyler says a dragon. Golden Crisp says a basilisk. Dodie Danny says a hippogriff. What do you guys think? Dragon, dragon. I see lots of people thinking it's dragons.
Gremlin.
Thumper Rose says fuck if I know, but it's not a Furby, right? It could be. It could be a Furby, right? It was a basilisk. It was a basilisk. Do you know what a basilisk is, Tyler?
I
Tell
don't
me, have
know.
you never watched Harry Potter? Oh my God. Why do I keep
Oh
running into
yeah.
people that have never seen Harry
No,
Potter?
I've seen all the Harry Potters.
Okay, awesome. I just rewatched them all for some reason. I don't even know why. It was a basilisk, this big ass snake.
Oh, the lizard. Okay, yeah, the snake. Yeah,
Can you imagine?
I
Oh,
just didn't know that's what it was called.
yeah, big giant
Well,
ass snake.
come on, that might as well be called a dragon. That just can't fly though.
No, Tyler, they're right, not the same. Like
Hey, when you Google it, images of dragons come up with it. So
with a basilisk, that's not fair.
yeah, it some of them have wings, some of them don't. So I'm gonna say that was a win for me.
you, you're doing good today, Tyler. You're doing. I'll let you claim that one, right?
I just got something in my eye for cheating.
Oh, don't cry, right? That's what you get.
Yeah, as soon as I tried to cheat, something got my eye.
Tiffany says she's never seen Harry Potter. They're so good. I can't help it. Those are good movies. The books I read.
There's a lot of disclosure in there about like black magic and
Oh
you
man,
know stuff like that stuff's
splitting the
real.
soul and stuff. Yeah. There's
Absolutely, soul splitting. Like
mhm.
there's so much disclosure in the Harry Potter movies.
Absolutely.
The only thing is, in real life, you don't need a wand.
Right? This is true.
Yeah,
This is true.
and they know that, and that's why everything they do is a ritual or a ceremony, or there's some purpose behind everything. They don't waste a move. They are putting the entire human race under black magic spells at some of these events and the Olympics and all kinds of stuff.
Man, the Olympics. Shenanigans. Uh no. Leap into foil. No boo. That's my shit. Okay, China. China is harvesting the organs of prisoners who follow what meditation practice? Is it
Right.
A? Oh, do you know this one? Is it A, yoga, B, vipassana, C, Falun Gong, or D, Taoism?
See,
See? Final answer?
yeah.
Right? China is harvesting the organs of prisoners who follow what meditation practice? Yoga, vipassana, Falun Gong, or Taoism?
Man, the whole organ harvesting is a crazy rabbit hole.
Have you ever seen the pictures of and the where the freezers where they hang the bodies of the people that die?
Maybe, yeah, I probably have
It
actually, yeah.
was horrific. But yeah, I mean, then they got yeah, I mean, down like people, and they keep them alive as long as they can, and they'll take as much as they can from them, eyes, livers, whatever, or not eyes, kidneys. I mean, they probably do take pieces of liver, whatever
You
that'll
remember,
let you live with.
there was a Q post one time that pointed to a Facebook group that was a human farming project, and they were selling human meat. Like it was supposed to be a joke, but it wasn't a joke. And I went down that rabbit hole that night, and I swear it changed me. Like I couldn't sleep. It was probably the most disturbing rabbit hole I've
Oh, there have been
went.
several that I ended up, and then I was just messed up, like awake for a minute, like oh my god, what? Right?
Yeah, it was like, yeah, it was horrible. I watched this documentary on organ harvesting that you'll never find anymore. It wasn't even a documentary. It was like a 15-minute homemade documentary. It was but with this whistleblower. This guy came forward and said how they do it. He said that there's certain elites. There's like a mafia that wants to keep their family alive first.
Oh yeah, no
So,
doubt.
so, and if they need an organ and no, there are no organs available, you know, they will stage a death to an innocent citizen, a car crash or whatever. Like, let's just say this, like Joe Schmo is crossing the street and gets hit by a car. Well, it's no accident. And then they have a team of literally like organ thieves. They're ready. They know exactly what they're doing. They can remove whatever organ they need to in a matter of seconds and be off the scene of the crime. And they have their own like EMTs and ambulance and everybody like people basically in law enforcement who are in on it. And it's a big cover. Like they just like,
To this day, I won't sign organ donate. Well, I wouldn't sign that shit
yeah,
anyway, but I won't. I remember, I don't know if it was 60 minutes. Somebody did an expose a long time ago on how, like, if you were on the cusp of life and death and you had signed and you had that organ donor shit on your ID, that they wouldn't even try to save you. They would just try to harvest your organs when they took you. I was like, oh yeah, nope, we're not doing
yeah,
all
you're
that.
valuable. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing all that.
I never, when I was younger, I didn't sign it because it just grossed me out. Now,
Man,
now that I know that it actually happens, like, uh, anyway,
that's crazy.
next question.
All right. All right. NPC player on the. Oh, yeah, the poor Uyghur Muslims are getting the shaft right now in China too. Um,
Did you see
ooh,
this morning?
what?
What?
So the question, I'm like, oh man, we got problems now.
Well, let's hear it.
All right. In 2016, the U.S. Office of Naval Research allocated $750,000 to develop what new hybrid animal technology? Was it A, exploding kittens, B, cyborg locusts, C, cybernetic German shepherds, or D, dolphin powered zodiac boats?
B, the locust.
Final answer?
Yeah.
In 2016, the U.S. Office of Naval Research allocated $750,000 to develop what new hybrid animal technology? A, exploding kittens, B, cyborg locusts, D or C, cybernetic German shepherds, or D, dolphin powered zodiac boats. Sharks with laser beams. I'm down for that. I could support that. You know, I could totally get behind that. Tyler says cyborg locusts. Pyretta Blazes says WTF. I know, right? I looked at this like they did what? Who does that? Man. Um,
Oh, what is it?
well, I'm trying to see. Oh, I got answers all across the board here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is cyborg locusts.
Hmm.
Almost $1 million to do what? Yeah, it's not dolphin powered Zodiac boats leap into
To
foil.
do what? To create a false plague.
Yeah, cyborg locusts though, that just sounds horrible. Yeah, biblical.
If we're hearing about something like that in the public eye, that means it's already been done.
Oh, no doubt. Have you seen the metal mosquitoes that have the proboscis that can actually? I was telling Alara the other day, like
Yeah, I've
that
seen the
can
video. I've seen them.
inject and or extract. They can infect you with things. They could
Oh
take
yeah.
samples of things. They could do what? Like, man, I'm good. Better not be exploding kittens. I feel like exploding kittens was a thing for something, and I cannot for the life of me remember what. What were you gonna say before I had a small heart
Oh,
attack?
I was just on YouTube this morning. I scrolled past the White House. White House was live actually because it just like that. That's like number one on the algorithm anytime like Biden is speaking, and there was literally 369 people watching.
Of
Um,
course. And
watching the
8,000 downvotes.
watching the president of the United States speaking publicly addressing the nation, and he's got not even 400 people watching. Later, when I checked, it was like 500 and something. But still, like, come on. Whenever Trump did his rally, there was at like 10 a.m. that morning, there was already 30,000 people watching,
Right.
waiting. And then by
Right.
the time he spoke, there was hundreds of
Hundreds of
thousands of
thousands
people.
of people on
Yeah.
on just RSBN. I don't know who else carried
Yeah.
it, but
And he's not even like he's not even technically, the president.
right.
But that what does that tell you? What does that tell you? Because um people are following like if you go by those stats, like technically he is still the people's like
Choice,
in
right?
their eyes, yeah, he's still the man that they're gonna listen to over Biden.
Man, that's just crazy. And yeah, you're right. There is a game called Exploding Kittens. I knew that was a thing for some reason. Uh, No, Bill Gates mosquitoes, Catty Corner, are genetically modified mosquitoes. They he did it with Oxitec, and they released the first batch in Brazil. They were supposed to mate with the native population, and then they were gonna supposed to create these like weak offspring that would die, but they didn't. They turned into like super mosquitoes that didn't want to die at all, right? Somehow got the approval to release these things in Florida and Texas as well. So I guess we'll have to see. I don't trust none of that shit.
No,
Um,
like the whole Zika virus, or any of the viruses we've had are man-made.
man, come on now, right?
Yeah. And it's funny, you try and go to the urgent care and like get medicine for being sick, and they're like, "Oh, there's nothing we can do. It's a virus. It's just gonna work. It has to run its
Yeah.
course."
Oh yeah, not this time.
Yeah, I
Apparently,
know, but
right? We
but
need.
I know, but like, how many times have you heard that? Oh, it's a viral infection. It's a virus. Like, and then like you just take the Z pack and like whatever, but
Right.
it'll eventually run its course with or without a Z pack. But now all of a sudden, like, oh
Yeah.
my
We're all gonna
god,
die. Right.
he's not wearing a mask.
Right.
Run.
Oh my gosh, people are have lost their damn minds. All right. Name the chief investigator of the Florida Mutual UFO Network, who, in 2013, released a book that detailed her multiple alien abductions. Was it A. Denise Stoner, B. Tina Snowbird, C. Ann Schmecker, or D. Hoppy Lewis?
Snowbird.
Snowbird?
I mean, Mutual UFO Network, MUFON,
Yeah, in Florida in 2013.
or 2013.
Multiple abductions, a book about multiple abductions. Was it A. Denise Stoner, B. Tina Snowbird, C. Ann Schmecker, or D. Hoppy Lewis? This is awfully specific. Like if you're not hip to Florida MUFON, then what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Right? So Rico says Snowbird. Morning Flowers says I have no idea. I saw that we have the same birthday. Deplorable Thor says Hoppy Lewis. Golden Crisp says Hoppy Lewis. PJ Zwierink says Ann Schmecker. Hmm. Hmm. Path says stoner,
Snow Island says Snowbird because it's the only name I recognize as far as being
right?
in this
Some
field.
kind of alien stuff. It is Denise Stoner.
Really?
Yeah, point for Path. Right? I have no idea. I had no idea. Hmm. Oh, okay. UFOs, Bigfoot, and phantom dogs are common among the phenomena encountered in what area of Massachusetts? Is it A, the Boston Commons, B, Cape Cod, C, the Gloucester Forest, or D, the Bridgewater Triangle?
D.
Final answer?
The Bridgewater Triangle.
Why?
I
Because
don't know.
weird things always happen in triangles? That'd be my guess.
I think I might have heard it on Mountain Monsters or something
Right?
when they were doing their fake hunt.
Right? Those guys have a Twitter account. They followed me a couple of weeks ago.
It's the most entertaining
That's
fake
yeah.
show.
I gotta check
I
it out.
I can that show when I had cable, like I would hate they have a marathon on. I would
Stuck.
it was my guilty pleasure. I know the whole thing staged and set up, and I got
Still
so into
great.
it.
Right?
I was getting into the characters, and I mean, I was yeah,
Right? Yeah. It is the Bridgewater Triangle. It is the Bridgewater Triangle. All weird things happen in triangles, man.
yeah.
Devil's Triangle, Bermuda Triangle. Apparently, the Bridgewater Triangle. Okay. Oh, this is different. All right. What structures found both on Earth and Mars suggest that extraterrestrials helped in the development of Japan's civilization? Was it A, step pyramids, B, Shinto shrines, C, keyhole shaped tombs, or D, Fujiko stone circles?
What was the first option? What was A?
A was step pyramids, B was Shinto shrines, C was keyhole shaped tombs, and D was Fujiko stone circles.
Why does keyhole shaped tombs actually ring a bell to me? I don't know. I don't know the answer to this one. I mean,
Hmm.
pyramids are obvious. We know there's pyramids on Mars, but I don't know that there's step pyramids.
Right? Hmm.
That could be.
Let's see. Successful
Don't.
Sarah. Hey, friend. Uh, says pyramids. Melody says keyhole shaped tombs. Let's see. Death memes. Yes, I have watched the entirety of Supernatural on several occasions. Right? Golden Crisp says C. Mary Maya says C. Yeah, now I think there are actually two that could be possible answers, and I only say this, and I'm going to tell you, it's keyhole shaped tombs, right? Have you seen? Have you? They have them in Japan. They're freaking huge, like monolithic, huge tombs that not like a door, like but keyhole shaped, like big stone.
Yeah.
And but there's also this underwater, obviously man-made or intelligent creature made structure under the water there that looks like part of it could be a step pyramid. I don't know. But they to this day they're trying to say it's a natural occurrence. But apparently it is keyhole shaped tombs. And I
They
didn't
try
know
and
they
say
had those on Mars.
they try and say that the craziest things are man-made. It's like, come on,
Oh my god. Like
give me a break.
you could you I mean you can see just like and I'll get and
Yeah.
maybe this is my tinfoil hat talking, but did you see it was like the first, I don't know what it was, 4 billion megapixel picture from Mars the other day that they released from the rover, and it was one of those 360 pictures where you
Hmm.
could move. Man, right in the first view of the camera, they get it's the typical Martian looking landscape, whatever, rocks and shit strewn all about. It looks like, I mean, it's got 90-degree, it looks like a rectangle box with perfect rectangle in
Yeah.
view of the camera. And I'm like,
Let
rocks
me
don't
look
look
at
like that.
I'm gonna look up this picture. So it's what 2021.
Yeah, it was just released the other day. It's like the first, I think it's 4 billion megapixel. It's Mars 360 is who released it, and it's from the rover. And there's a black rectangle. I mean, you can see the sides, you can see the 90-degree angles on the corners.
Is it a video or a picture?
It's a picture, but it's one of those 360 pictures where you can like put your phone up or down or whatever, or you can use your cursor and drag it all around and see the entire.
Well, this one was taken in February 20th, so it's not that one.
February 20th of this year. Maybe it is.
Yeah.
I saw this on Twitter like 2 days ago, 3 days ago. And it should say, like I said, like the first, I think it's 4 billion megapixels or whatever.
There had to have been the only one that comes up is, or wait, but here's another one from May 23rd.
That might be it. I wish I could pull it up for you guys. Soon. Soon, soon, soon. The vaccine
Black.
is the virus, right? Yeah, it's like black. It's darker than the other rocks and it's rectangular and you can see, like you can even zoom in and you can see. It looks really out of place. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, did the rover lose a piece? Like, what is that doing there?
Well, you know, you can go on Google Mars. You ever done that?
Oh, well, I see. Like, no, I haven't. Well, yeah, I have. Alara and I have looked at the Mars and the moon, whatever. But,
Everything is like blurred out and blotched out on
uh-huh.
it. It's so like ridiculous. It's so obvious.
Thanks for the phone, Golden Crisp.
Um, I don't know if I'm seeing the same, if I'm looking at the same picture you are.
I wish I could show you. If not, I'll send you a link when we get off of here.
What a scam with the rovers, though.
Man, come on now. Now, I did see an article that I pulled for Sunday about them realizing that the clay in the crater that they're in, that it used to be a big lake.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, so of
Well,
course,
we know that.
right,
Um, but I mean, just think about it. I've said this before. Like, you could know if you were living on Mars and you knew the layout, if you knew the geology of Earth, you could send a rover that goes what, how many inches per day
yeah, right,
in into the middle of the Sahara Desert, and it can run around for years and not see life,
right.
because it's in the middle of it. You can just send the rover where you know there's nothing established, and then just drive around like, oh look, this might have been a lake bed.
I'm like, duh, right? Hmm. I don't even know. Okay, what musician died suspiciously soon after publicly dedicating his life to exposing international child predators? Was it A. D. Boone, B. Cammy, C. Stretch, or D. Avicii?
I actually don't know, but I do know that the first thing Bill Cosby did was post a picture of him eating pizza.
How ridiculous is that shit?
It's like a slap in the face. He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna stop. I'm out and I'm back.
I I like that was literally the last news story I expected to see the other day. I
Well,
was
that's
like,
the,
what?
the distraction. The same day that Trump goes to the border, they release Bill Cosby.
Of all the people,
Yeah.
like, he was accused of like messing up like what 60 or something people.
Yeah, like he should be dead or in for life at least.
I
But
mean, my God, man, that was ridiculous. Everybody is saying D. Apparently, they are. I didn't know this one either, Tyler. It is Avicii. Yeah. Inez Bravo says Chris Cornell. Yeah. My friend Natalie did a whole thing on that.
yeah, Natalie Denise, yeah,
Hmm.
she's awesome.
Yeah, I love her. Uh, yeah. Apparently, it's Avicii. I didn't even know who that was. I'm gonna have to look into that. But yeah, that I bought Bill Cosby. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. Like, right? Death meme says he did not kill himself. Yeah, he's not gonna have to.
No.
He's gonna just go kick it with his people. Cognitive Resonance says I saw Avicii on New Year's one time. I don't even know what kind of music was it. Like electronic music or was this a rapper or something?
I'm not sure. I didn't listen to it or follow it, obviously.
Right? I had no idea. Um, wait, what? Nuh-uh. Okay. North Korean. I already don't believe it, but okay. North Korean Academy of Social Sciences confirmed the discovery of the lair of what creature previously thought to be a myth? Was it A, a dragon, B, a unicorn, C, a phoenix, or D, a gorn? I don't even know what a freaking gorn is.
See,
A phoenix?
I didn't even hear the question. I was replying to a text, but I'm
Nice,
just
Tyler. Jeez. North Korean Academy of Social Sciences confirmed the discovery of the lair of what creature that was previously thought to be a myth? Was it
dragon.
A dragon? You always think it's a dragon. B, a unicorn? C, a phoenix? Or D, a gorn? Does
Well,
any What is a gorn?
it's common sense. Is there a is there a phoenix layer?
There
Is
could
there a
be.
Gorn layer?
I don't
Is
know
there a
what a gorn
unicorn
is.
layer? Or is there a dragon's layer?
It does sound legit, right?
But
Matt Smith says kraken. Could be. Could be. It's
see, what is it?
it's actually a unicorn.
Oh, really?
Apparently,
Well,
right?
that's not. Well, unicorns don't have layers.
Maybe they do. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why we have such a hard time finding their remains. I mean, okay, let's like narwhals have tusks, like a big,
Yeah, no, it's actually the
maybe,
most practical animal that you can actually think of. Like,
yeah, like maybe, you know. I
I no,
mean,
I definitely.
were they
Yeah.
magical creatures? I don't know, but can I see a horse with a single tusk coming out of its head? Yeah, probably. Do you know the Pablo Escobar story about when his daughter wanted a unicorn for her birthday,
Mm-mm.
and he got a pony and he stapled a freaking tusk to its forehead, and
Really?
yeah, yeah, it died eventually, but yeah, yeah, got her a little pony and stapled I know at
Actually,
least a
was
tusk to its
was there?
forehead.
There was like photos of it. Actually, wasn't there?
Oh, that's right, Cads. Gorn versus Kirk. That's right. Photos of the unicorn that he created. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah. Shady shit, dude. But it was Pablo. I mean, what else could we think?
Man, I would have not have guessed that.
I right. Um, Cognitive resonance says unicorns and dragons went extinct. My dad saw a dragon like 2.5 weeks ago down here where I'm at. Might not be extinct. I'm just saying.
What did he see?
Oh, you didn't. I didn't tell. Oh, that's right. So listen, Tyler. I got him on. I had to interrogate him. He comes in and he's serious as shit, and it's early. He was on his way to my brother's house, which is, I mean, we're in the middle of nowhere. I've told you this. I mean, like nowhere, nowhere. My brother lives a couple of miles down the way from me. He comes in and he comes back there and he's like, I just saw a freaking dragon. I'm like, what? I said, no, you didn't. I
Yeah,
said, what was it doing?
yeah,
Was it chilling? What was it? He said it was
yeah.
flying. I said, it was flying? You saw a dragon fly at 7 in the morning? I said, hold on now. What did it look like? And he was serious. He said it was black. He was like, it had like spikes coming off of its head and they went all the way down its back. He was like, its tail split into two at the end. He said, I could see between the split in the tail. He was like, there were things on the end of the tail. I mean, he was serious as hell, right? I was like, well, how
Wow.
big was it? He was like, I don't know. He was like, it was like maybe 7 or 10 feet. He said it was like 350, 400 feet in the air. So I'm like, so it was a baby dragon? Like, what are you talking? He was black. Like, he had the whole, I mean, whatever. And I recorded him telling me the story on my phone. I played it on Conspiracy Couch the last time
Oh,
we had
damn.
Conspiracy Couch, right? Um, he believes he saw whatever he saw. So then I'm like, dude, you're tripping, right? I'm like, I said, okay, Dad. Like, all right, and he doesn't normally come in with crazy stories. I mean, he's an old guy, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I believe in all kind of weird shit. Why am I laughing at my dad? So I start Googling and I'm just like, well, let me see. Dragon sightings 2021 South Carolina. Let's see what happens, right? Sure as shit, a bunch of articles pop up, and apparently, North Carolina and South Carolina are like dragon sighting hotspots. A lot of people are thinking that there are like pterosaurs, like pterodactyls, like pterosaurs of some sort.
Hmm. Yeah,
That
those have been seen at ESETI. Yeah,
okay, so like maybe he did see something. I mean,
I I'm gonna tell you something. Whenever you were telling me that story, I got the chills, like in a way that like he might have actually saw something. I don't
I
know.
mean,
I call 'em my truth bumps. Like maybe he saw something.
he certainly believes he saw what he described to me.
My
Like,
favorite is listening to the eyewitness accounts of the pterosaur at ESETI. Um,
so it's like a thing that's frequently seen there.
Not frequently, but over the years, there's been a few sightings. One of them flew over the whole Skywatch field, so everybody that was there saw it. And then
Oh,
it
maybe
came,
he did
eh,
see.
and then another one. I've heard a couple ladies tell the story. They like went out to smoke one night or whatever they were doing. I don't know if they were smoking or not, but they saw it. They saw it then. James, he saw it. He goes, if they didn't even know what it was. He said it was there's a big tree at the end of the Skywatch field, and there was something massive in the tree that he didn't know what it was. They're like, "What's in that tree? That's not part of the tree. That doesn't look right." And they have their laser pointers, and they were shining the laser pointer at it, and this thing just took off
Did it
and
get
started.
pissed?
It flew straight towards them, straight over them, and everybody was just like jaw dropped on the ground.
I bet.
And then there was another time a guy was
I
out
wish I
there.
could go. I do.
There was another time a guy was out there, um, and I forgot how it happened, but James is like somehow he saw it through his binoculars that he brought, and James like was like asking him, "What do you see? What do you see?" And the guy was like frozen. He said he couldn't even like speak because he
I
couldn't
bet.
believe what he was seeing. Yeah,
That's almost weirder than seeing a UFO. Thank you, Leyland.
I would
Uh,
rather see that than the UFO.
I know, right? Honestly. Leyland says happy Friday, Foil and Tyler. I wish everybody a nice 4th of July. Thank you.
Thank you, Leyland.
Um,
Yes, and I'll be there in a few weeks. I'm excited.
I know. I really wish I could go. But yeah, you guys, by the way, you want to Tyler's speaking at ESETI. When is that? The 18th through the is that right?
Yeah, the 15th through the 18th.
15th through the 18th, right?
Yeah, 15th to the 18th. And then the following week, I'm speaking at the Sedona conference with a great
Family of
family
Light, isn't it
gathering.
familyoflightinfo.org?
Yeah, Family of Light info to get tickets. Yeah,
Yeah, mods,
Family of Light that info.
if you guys
Yeah,
want to drop the links in the chats for folks, those are both being live streamed too. So if you can't make it and you want to check out Tyler and Aaron and Alara and Kate are going to be at both of these places. They'll be speaking there, and I think Family of Light gives a discount if you pay with crypto. So
they do.
check it
They do.
out. All right.
If you didn't spend all your money buying the dip, then you know.
Listen, man. Let me be the first to tell you, I shouldn't have, but I did eventually bail on Dogecoin.
Yeah, you shouldn't have. And
Uh-uh.
then what? And then you saw Elon's tweet this morning.
And it bounced back like 2 days later. I mean, to be fair, I split it up between Bitcoin and Ethereum, so it's come back somewhat anyway. But like now, I'm mad at myself because I had bought in so low. It's done.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
You're
it's
dumb.
done.
No.
Yeah, it's done. I'm pissed.
So did you know a friend of mine was just telling me about the Bill Gates 666 patent. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, 060606.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And how it's supposed to be like using humans to it's like crypto mining with humans basically.
They're building a whole BCI based a brain computer interface.
Yeah, it's supposed to like our body is supposed we're like just
Yes.
get paid through our bodies
Mhm.
basically with cryptocurrency basically. But I think any plan that they try now is just gonna it's just gonna fall on its face.
They're all so crazy, dude. All of them. Like no,
Yeah,
there isn't a halfway sane plan among these people. Like not
no.
one.
No, they don't. It's literally like watching a Roadrunner Coyote episode, and
Bruh.
you know every plan that the freaking coyote
Yeah, they
has is
keep
gonna
ordering from
fail.
Acme, and you're like,
Yeah,
dude, call another company. Like, at what
yeah.
point do you
You
not say,
know,
all right, you
you know
know,
every plan is gonna fail, but you still watch it, and then Roadrunner
yes,
just like, yeah.
Yeah, like
That's what we're
maybe
doing
on
right
his
now.
way past.
Yeah.
Like are the evil overlords? I mean, Lex Friedman was talking on his podcast about how he thinks really evil people, for some reason, don't have the capacity to also be super competent. And I'm honestly starting to buy into this. Like, he thinks that people are generally good and that super smart people that are super capable are able to stop these evil people because evil people are on the whole just more incompetent. And at first I was like, there's probably some pretty smart evil people. And then I'm like, they always end up getting their asses kicked in the end. Like, there's got to be a reason for that. Maybe they are incompetent. And when you look at some of these plans, and like, it's like, did you think nobody would notice what you were doing? Or, like, I don't know. I don't know, dude.
I believe that 100%.
Like, there's got to be some level of incompetence that runs through these super evil types, you know?
Yeah. I believe that. I mean, it's obvious actually.
Cognitive resonance says Acme makes quality products. Yeah, no,
They
bruh.
do.
Right?
They do.
Oh, that's funny. All right. According to the phantom time hypothesis, what famous historical figure is claimed to be fictional? Is it A, William the Conqueror, B, Charlemagne, C, Richard the Lionheart, or D, William Wallace?
I don't know. Hey,
Hmm. Hmm. I think Alara and I talked about this on the Tartaria conspiracy couch. A
that's my country name, Titaria.
Tartaria, if you
No, Titaria.
Tartaria, I like it. You got to
Yeah.
design your own flag, man. Right? Let's see.
That's it's like the episode of Family Guy where Peter starts Petoria and
Petoria, right?
yeah,
Right?
and the actual military shows up to try and claim it back.
Right. Why is everybody saying William Wallace? Let's see. Uh, yes. Missing the Mountain reminds me of Pinky and the Brain. Kinda. Yeah. Like, what are we going to do today? Same thing we do every day. Try to take over the world. Right? Matt Smith says Charlemagne. Uh, I see some Richard the Lionhearts. Right? It is Charlemagne, guys, which is kind of crazy, but yeah, apparently this holds a lot of weight in the whole Tartaria circle. The phantom time hypothesis. All right, let's see. These are all upside down. Hmm. What does Jim Humble, founder of the Genesis 2 Church of Health and Healing, claim to be? I feel like I asked this one.
Claims to be humble.
Uh, the reincarnation of Buddha, a time traveler from the year 2165, an envoy from the Hollow Earth, or a billion-year-old god from the Andromeda Galaxy. What,
Time traveler.
right? Seems legit. What
I don't
does
know.
I don't I feel
But
like
I
I've
feel like
asked this one
I
before.
think you have too, and I'm mad at myself for not remembering the answer.
What does Jim Humble, founder of the Genesis 2 Church of Health and Healing, claim to be? A, the reincarnation of Buddha, B, a time traveler from the year 2165, C, an envoy from the Hollow Earth, or D, a billion-year-old god from the Andromeda Galaxy.
That's A. I think it is A. I remember it. You did ask it.
The Buddha?
Is it not A?
I don't know, guys. What do you think? Randy Ubel says MMS. It's the guy with the MMA. Yeah, Golden Chris was saying, I think you did this one. And then says A. Well, if I did this one, nobody was paying attention.
I remember now. I do remember it.
Um, yes, Matt. Right? Good call. Yeah, it's a billion-year-old god from the Andromeda Galaxy. I did not know that.
No, then I don't remember. Then I don't remember this. I think there was another question you asked that
Maybe
had
about that
similar
guy
answers.
or something.
That had similar answers because I thought it was Buddha, that whatever the other question was.
Huh.
I do not remember that answer.
Yeah, I don't
And
see it's not.
that would have been something I would have remembered, I feel like.
And I separate the cards that we've gone through. and I put them to the side, and that one was in with the other ones. Maybe it was just similar, I guess, or something.
Yeah. Where were you, Georgina? Come
I
on.
know, like not helping out at all. What's going
Yeah.
on? Um, okay, here's one for you. The miracle mineral solution guy. Yeah, like I feel like I know that we talked about that. He did the, you know, the whole MMS thing. Um, who do conspiracists claim is responsible for the 1961 death of Michael Rockefeller, son of New York Governor Nelson Rockefeller? Right? Who do they claim is responsible for the death of Michael Rockefeller? Was it a Russian diplomat or Russian diplomat Ivan Lebedev? B, his own father? C, the FBI? Or D, a tribe of cannibals?
His own father.
That seems legit, right? Seems
I don't
legit.
like when you give me those. I don't like when you respond to my answers like that because it gives away if it's right or not. Because that means I was wrong. Like, well,
Oh
it
no. All right, no more seems legit. I mean, I could
seems.
buy that, right?
Well, then it's got to be C, the FBI.
The FBI also seems legit.
Okay. Well, then it's the cannibals. Um, whoever it was, they're a hero.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, this was in 1961. It could have been the Russians, man. Could have
Could
been the
have been.
Russians, right? Could have been his father. Could have been the FBI. Could have been the cannibals. Who killed Michael Rockefeller? Let's see.
Well, if we all eat human meat, then anybody who killed him would be a cannibal. So it's D.
Right? Right? Good reasoning. Hey, UFO Mark. Good to see you. And yeah, everybody is saying the cannibals. It is in fact the cannibals, guys. Can you imagine a tribe of cannibals just well, I mean, let's think about this.
That's just like given. That's probably how every single
That
member of
makes
the.
sense though, right? Like
Yeah.
really, it sounds like it's the craziest thing, but
No, it's
actually it makes
yeah.
good sense.
Yeah. It's just like when it's put in context like that, it just sounds like out there. But when we think about what we already know about these people, it
Right.
makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Right? It does make sense. It makes complete sense. All right?
His
Oh,
own decisions killed him.
well, that as well, right? His own father with a tribe of cannibals. His father is in the tribe. Yes, Becky Lou. I would guess I mean, his father couldn't have just not known these cannibals. I mean, there's just a tribe of random cannibals? No. These would have to be connected cannibals, yeah? You would
All
think.
right. Last question.
Oh, last question, guys. All right, hold on. Do we
This
want an
time flies by on this
I know.
show.
I love
We're
this
almost
show.
at
It's
two
so much
hours. Yeah.
fun. Oh, wait. Before we do the last question, let me give these people their lemons and their lotto tickets. If you have any last gold pills you want to throw, now's the time. All right, hold on. Let me do the lemons. Look at me remembering stuff. All right. Lemons are distributed. And I'm going to close out the DLive because I have to open the pill and I don't want to open too many windows. God only knows what will happen. Or I could have just went straight to Foxhole.
Elise. He died waiting for his girlfriend to decide what she wanted for dinner.
That is entirely possible as well, right? Is it
Oh
not
my
even
god.
showing me live on or good God, are there that many people live right now on Foxhole?
Georgina's looking a bit dehydrated today. Yeah, she hasn't got one answer right. So
Right? Uh-oh. My screen's blacking out. Hold on.
no, you're good on this end. We're still live.
All right, hold on. We're gonna have to give it. Let me let my toaster think, guys. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you these pills here in a minute. I promise. Well, while we're doing that,
Um,
maybe two more questions, Tyler, while we
that
wait.
that's funny. At least that's funny.
Thank you, Dodie Danny, for the cookie. Thank you, Golden Crisp, for the phone. Hey, Chris Hawkins. Yes, you're late, sir. We're about to sign off here. If I can log in and give these people their lottos.
All right, do two more questions.
All right. What is the name of the UN Mass Global Depopulation Plan? I'm going to be so disappointed if you guys miss this. I'll feel like I've failed. Is it A, Corona 1, B, Depletion 50, C, culling 25, or D, Agenda 21?
Pretty sure we all know that one.
I hope so.
Well, there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of new ones. It's not just Agenda 21.
Lotto released, folks. It worked. I'm so sad that my video didn't play on Foxhole today. It's so depressing. Probably because there's 800 streamers live.
There's Agenda 2022,
There
25,
was Agenda 2030,
30.
but they're all
Yeah.
based off of what? Everybody is
The
saying
third.
D. I'm so
Yeah.
proud of you guys. Right? It is Agenda 21. Of course it is. Of course it is.
Ooh, UFO Mark. Actually, it's known that the Rockefellers, collected tribal artifacts from cannibal tribes because they practiced cannibalism
See, it
themselves.
makes perfect sense.
Series of emojis.
Thanks, Low Country, for the cookie. Cookie Down Productions, right? Thanks, Chris, for the ship. Much love to you. Thank you, thank you. Just won 777 gold pills. Good Lord, where'd that happen? That's awesome. Okay. All right. I guess this is going to be our last question. In 2020, New Zealand cave explorers claimed that a Reiki aura shield forced them to abandon their search for what artifact? Was it A, pieces of an alien spaceship, B, a Stargate, C, the tomb of the Ancient One, or D, skeletons of giant humanoids? In 2020 in New
No.
Zealand, I know, right?
I
This is
want
kind of interesting.
D
All right.
or A. A or D?
All right, let me read it one more time. In 2020, New Zealand cave explorers claimed that a Reiki aura shield forced them to abandon their search for what artifact? Was it A, pieces of an alien spaceship, B, a Stargate, C, the tomb of the Ancient One, or D, skeletons of giant humanoids? Dun dun dun.
I'm interested to know.
What's your
I think
final, right?
D is my final answer, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was A. None of them would surprise me actually,
I know,
but
right?
D is my answer.
It is D, Tyler. Way to end this one on a win. It was the skeletons of giant humanoids. Of course it was. Did you see the Dragon Man thing found in China recently?
I did, yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
they got all kind of
Further muddying the
convoluting.
waters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yes, Yvonda, it can be powerful. She said Reiki can be powerful. Yes, yes.
Oh,
All right. So, guys, if you haven't already, please go support the free speech platforms, right? If you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching on DLive and you haven't made a pilled.net account or you haven't went and got the Foxhole app, and if you haven't gone to Rokfin, right? Rokfin. These are free speech platforms. I can say whatever I want over there and don't have to worry about it. On Rokfin, there are a ton of good creators. You can go to my channel. If you feel you can make the free account, but if you're feeling froggy and you want to pay $9.99 a month, you get not only any premium content that I post, but everybody on the platform for $9.99 a month. It's like a Netflix for creators. It's a great place. There's a ton of cool shit over there. I swear. Go check it out. Um, Tyler, what do you got going on? You got some things to announce, don't you? You got a show coming on tomorrow, don't you?
yeah. With Jace from Cosmic Origins, he's also putting on the Sedona conference. Him and Alexis are putting it on with him and Zen God, which is his name's Zach. Zen God has a YouTube channel as well. They do Nights at the Round Table every Sunday night. So they're always talking about crypto and
Whoop, whoop.
a lot of esoteric stuff. So it's going to be interesting talk, and we're going to be promoting the conference. And obviously, the conferences. He said I'll be speaking at the following weekend. I'll be speaking in Sedona, And our guest next week is undisclosed.
Always with some classified shit.
But the following Saturday, I will let you guys know we are going to do a roundtable of speakers for the Sedona conference next Saturday. So
nice. That should be entertaining. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw your promo pop up earlier, I swear to God, I was like Jay-Z. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute.
It does. I had to look twice. Yeah.
I was like, hold on, he's talking to who?
Yeah, Jay-Z.
Right. What else? Beardvet.com. Guys, who doesn't drink coffee? Tyler, you got some beard going on. You need some beard oils.
You know, you gotta get on me about that stuff because I'll totally get some, but I'll forget as soon as we get off.
No joke. You know, I had gotten a bunch of shit to make sure it was something I wanted to support. The shit's good. Like I gave the beard oil to my dad, obviously, but it's good products.
Send me when we're done. Send me the link because I'll forget. Guys,
well, just so you know, it is beardvet.com. You get 10% off with promo code SFN at checkout. All your orders over $35 is free shipping, and a portion of every purchase goes to their veteran-run charity of the month. I mean, you're supporting us, you're supporting vets. Like, good deal. Beardvet.com, promo code SFN at checkout. Much thanks to the mods. You guys are awesome. What else? Shoot, Tuesday I'll be on at 7. I don't know what I'm doing. We never know. We never know. Might have an interview. Might have my grandfather on with me. Guess we'll just have to wait and see. Should be entertaining. That's it.
If I were you, I would get outside and do some dragon watching for the next couple days.
Listen, I keep talking about building a dragon trap, dude. Like, really, like
building a dragon trap where you're not,
baby
you're
goats.
not one
I
of the
don't
mountain
know.
monsters.
I'll put something in it.
Call them up. They'll film an episode right in your backyard.
Hell yeah, that'd be the shit. Right?
Call them up. Tell them.
Well, while we sit here and BS, I'm gonna go ahead and play this outro music.
Yeah, go for it.
Much love, you guys, and we'll be here next Friday.
I would definitely be looking for some dragons if I were you.
I'm thinking baby goats, right? Get like little goats, cause they eat goats, right? I mean, what else can you trap a dragon with?
I don't know. I've never trapped a dragon.
Right?
Wait, have you ever seen Reign of Fire?
No.
The dragon.
But I know. What's that damn TV show? Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
They eat goats.
Well, in the movie Reign of Fire, they hunt the dragons, and they have to hunt them at dusk. Whenever they call it the failing light, whenever the sun's going down, because they have like bird vision, like 20/20 vision. But when the sun's going down, there's like a window where they can't see. It's like really, they confuses them. It's very blurry. So that's whenever they would have to.
What about when the sun is coming up? That's when my dad saw this dragon.
It could be at the same time. I don't know. It's a movie I'm basing this off of.
Never know.
I like. A lot of people hate that movie. I actually liked it. I didn't mind it at all. It's years old. It's Matthew McConaughey.
I remember. Like, I've never watched the movie, but I remember seeing that advertised or whatever somewhere. Like, I've seen it on Netflix or somewhere. I've scrolled past it. Maybe I'll have to go figure out how to catch me a dragon.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. You gotta get the dragon vibe going.
Right.
Put that dimension on.
I wonder if I can, because they're supposed to be really smart, these dragons, right? They're super clever. I mean, I know the one on Rick and Morty was like, drinking lean and getting high with Rick. I mean, maybe I can summon the dragon and we can kick it. I don't know.
Yeah, you can ride the dragon that you said
don't need no sign, no vax papers, nothing.
Yeah,
that's the way to go. Show up on a dragon, that's like VIP treatment. I'm landing right in the middle of the watch field, right? Like, woo!
Name him Falcor.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Elise Brown says that movie is a documentary.
What, Reign of Fire?
Reign of Fire, yeah.
It could be, for all we know.
Right? Could be.
Or is she talking about